Alrighty, first item of business is to reorganize the salary board for 2025. Yep. There you go. Sorry. Yep, grab one. Do we have any motions as to the position of, start with chairman of the salary board?
I'll move for Commissioner Winters. If you recall, last year, I think we found out after the fact it really should be then we determined it should be the same as regular.
And
But we didn't do that.
I will be happy to second that.
And I'm gonna say, gee, thanks.
All right, well then, motion having been properly moved, well, I guess, are there any other motions before? Call for closing motions for chairman? Or I'll close the motions for chairman. Motion having probably moved and seconded that Commissioner Winter serve as chairman of the board for 2025. All those in favor so indicate by stating aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, well then I'm gonna turn the matter over to you, Tim, to finish out the reorganization.
All right, approve the minutes from the December 10th, 2024 salary board meeting as presented. Do I have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
And I'll second that.
Motion being moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think, don't we need to have a vice chairman for the salary board? In case you're not available.
Do we or do we not normally?
I don't
I
think
don't
we've
think
ever.
Oh, don't we
done
have one?
that.
Oh, okay, all right.
But having Commissioner Sobel having expressed an interest in being vice chairman of the salary board, for future consideration, he shall be the vice chairman.
All right, thank you, I think.
And next, we will set the meeting dates for 2025.
Which,
We have a little conjecture on here.
well, I was going to make a motion that it's the second Tuesday, with one exception. Next year, we were just talking Veterans Day is Tuesday, the 11/11, and normally.
And that would be the
That would be
exact time
the day,
of,
so now would be a good time to discuss whether we want to move that to the 10th or the 12th. I don't want to eliminate that meeting because we won't have a meeting the week before for the 4th because of the election. I don't want to wait till the 25th for your purposes and for budget purposes, so.
Does Wednesday help with posting the agenda? I know it was, Monday makes it
Problem.
tough because things do come up last minute for us to have it in
Yeah,
time.
Wednesday
So I'll-
is a good idea.
12th?
do you want
All right, I'll
to
make the motion to second Tuesday except for the month of November when it'll be Wednesday the 12th.
do we have a second? Motion have being moved and seconded to set the dates with the change for the November meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passed. Okay, approve the 2025 salary increases for the non-union salaried employees per the attached addendum to be effective 1/1/25. Members of the salary board have received a copy. Do I have a motion to that effect?
Also move.
Motion moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm opposed.
And one opposed. The 2025 salary increases for non-union salaried employees will stand approved. Look for a motion to consider a raise of 50 cents per hour to the pay rate of the security guards effective 1/1/2025.
Also move.
Motion moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Do we have any other items to come before the salary board this morning?
Motion to adjourn the salary board.
Second.
Moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Consider salary board adjourned for the day. Thank you all.
Well, we move over to the regular meeting, and we've already done the pledge, so first item is really to reorganize. Before we do that, I just want to thank you, gentlemen. I enjoyed my year, so it was good.
And I would like to thank Commissioner Glass for a year as chairman. He's done an admirable job, and I think the public and everyone has seen that the three of us will work together very well for the betterment of Clearfield County, and we do appreciate you.
It's been a good year, I think, for us, as we got to work together. So.
I being 1 year in, I appreciate both of you, and of course, the lady in charge who keeps
Oh, yeah.
everything running.
Yep,
We know who keeps things running.
yeah. Hear, hear, and what he said.
So I guess the first item, is there a motion for chair?
I would nominate Commissioner Winters for chair.
And I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And,
It's yours.
and I thank both of you for that vote of confidence, and we will continue on with the meeting.
We definitely need a vote for vice chair for this.
And vice chair, I will nominate Mr. Sobel.
Sure, I'll
Thank you.
second that.
Thank you.
Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Okay, John, vice chair, thank you.
Thank you.
Starting your 93rd year of service.
92nd.
Okay.
92nd, you're making me
I-
older than I am.
I sit corrected. Okay, on with the meeting here. Approval of the minutes from our previous meeting as presented.
So moved.
I'll second.
Moved in second, all in favor?
Aye.
Minutes stand approved. And now for the bills, Commissioner Edwards.
That'll be next week.
Cool.
Fairly normal cycle.
We will just move forward on to personnel. Seeing, there's,
There you go. That one?
I got it.
under new hires, we have a part-time secretary at Magistrate Morris office, effective 1/6/2025. We have caseworker at CYS, effective 1/6/2025. And a corrections officer at the jail, effective also 1/6/2025. Separations and retirements, we have corrections officer at the jail, also effective 1/6/2025. No transfers, no FMLA or leave of absence request. Motion to approve personnel changes.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Personnel changes stand approved. Do we have any public comment today? Seeing none, we will move forward to old business. We'll set the meeting dates for 2025. And we have a list here somewhere.
Well,
Go ahead.
it's the second, work session's the first Tuesday, second and fourth Tuesdays for regular meetings, with the exception of the 11th, when I'd make a motion for the 12th. And then also, we're gonna skip November
Election day.
4th because it's election day.
Election day.
Everything else looked okay.
Okay, motion to.
At 10:30 as.
10:30
per
as
usual.
always. Motion to set the meeting dates for 2025.
So moved as figured out by Commissioner Glass.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting date shall stand. And now we need to announce commissioner appointments to various boards.
What do we got?
What we do not have is a
I
printed
don't have a
list.
list. I thought you guys probably discussed this.
I moved to stay kind of where we are.
Yeah, I think.
Unless there's one, unless somebody has a burning desire to do.
Like, for example, the ones I'm on, I know, conservation, it goes year to year with the commissioner. I know North Central does not, so unless you guys rip me off of there, I'm already appointed to that. So, you're staying on,
Rec and tourism, clearly ahead, and redevelopment authority.
okay,
And I have the Center County Youth Center, Central County's Youth Center, and de facto airport, Dubois, Clearfield, Jefferson,
Community connections.
and Community Connections,
Well-
as we're all.
we're all on that.
Or, yeah, I'm sorry, the advisory board, you're on the advisory board.
So we shall leave the commissioner appointments to various boards as per the status quo. Do I have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, appointments will remain as is. I'd like to appoint TRC as the county engineer,
That's not a change.
and this is,
I think we have to do that every year,
with
though, per county
a quick
code.
glance at the solicitor, this is just a continuation of services. So a motion to appoint TRC as the county engineer.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Moving forward, Appoint Jody Brennan to the full board of the North Central Pennsylvania Regional Planning and Development Commission.
She's already on there, it's just her term is up. All the county planners in the north central 6 counties are part of the board, so this is very much a
Very much, once
pro forma
again,
thing.
maintaining the status quo.
And she's very, very good on that board, as she is with almost everything else, so.
Indeed. Looking for a motion?
So moved.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Consider the owner-county agreement with the Central Counties Youth Center. For those who are unaware, there are 5 counties that jointly own the Central Counties Youth Center. It is located in Bellefonte, and that is a youth detention center primarily for troubled youth awaiting adjudication by the legal system. This will be a continuation of a current agreement.
Yes, every year we do an annual. The only thing that changes is obviously the amount. There is a formula that's used between the owner counties to do that. And then that is subject to change slightly based on operating costs. I know we've discussed this before. This year it is anticipated, the fee is $268,058. It is about a $90,000 increase from last year. Which I know we have had some discussion that there's been staffing issues, additional expenses, usage of the facility comes into play as well,
There-
as far as that
There-
amount is concerned.
There are several issues with the Central Counties Youth Center, however, they do not affect the owner-county
Right.
agreement. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second,
All in favor?
Aye.
aye.
Okay, motion carries. Consider resolution 2025-1 approving depositories for county funds.
And every year we approve our depositories. It would be CNB Bank, Mid-Penn Bank, First Commonwealth Bank, and Northwest Savings Bank.
And these are under the direction of Treasurer Siegel, largely. So do I have a motion?
So moved,
Second.
All in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Certify funds for the Farmland Preservation Program.
You can pass that down. We have to do that annually too.
Okay, I'm gonna spare you reading the entire thing. This is an allocation of 2025 county match funds from county revenues to fund the Farmland Preservation Program in the amount of $3,758. Do I have a motion?
Yes, and I'll note that we did budget for that, that's
this-
a known thing.
Yes, this
so.
is a budgeted item, program that is seeing some use throughout the county and is gaining some interest.
Absolutely.
We're hoping for more.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay, moved and second to, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Consider contract with GILA LLC, doing business as Municipal Service Bureau.
And this was a request of the Prothonotary to accept credit card payments within the Prothonotary's office. We had done this just recently with the treasurer, a different company, but similar concept. It is a 3-year agreement, however, there is a 30-day termination clause, all of the standard provisions in there, and then the fees, they vary based on the type of credit card, whether it's a debit credit, and those can be passed on, so there's not an out-of-pocket cost to the county.
Would there be an advantage to countywide using the same service? Or is
The
it-
difference is really the fees. The only thing I don't know is the compatibility with the systems. MSB does have quite a bit of municipal, and there could be something with their software that the Prothonotary uses. I would have to ask IT or
Okay,
Brian that question.
that's fine. They've done their due diligence. Do I have a motion to that effect?
So moved.
Second,
All in favor?
aye.
Aye, motion carries. Consider addendum with Clearfield County Conservation District for rental of office space.
This is the PSU extension out at the old Auto Mart location. They had been there for several years. There was a change in ownership back in August of last year. And we had done a short-term lease for 4 months just to get us to the budget year for the Conservation District. So this is an addendum with the Conservation District. No change in the rental amount, just extending it through the remainder of this year.
Okay, understood. It's just continuing the lease. Everything remains the status quo. Do I have a motion on that?
So moved,
I will second it.
All in favor?
aye.
Motion carries. Announce a vacancy on the Solid Waste Authority. we got great response through the media and some public outreach for a number of boards and authorities. We are still, are we one or two?
We're one short. We had 2 openings which we filled, and then it came to our attention that there was another one that recently popped up, so.
Okay, so, once again, I ask the media and everyone to spread the word here. We do have 1 vacancy on the Solid Waste Authority. And now I'm gonna turn things over to Aiden Bobick with, ACC AmeriCorps, who has a little presentation for us.
Sure, yeah.
You have the floor, sir.
Hey, thank you very much. Good morning, Commissioner.
Aiden, if you'd like to.
If you wanna
Sure, I can stand.
stand,
That way the people at home can see you.
that way people at home can see you. We'll get you on the, television here. You'll be a celebrity by the end of the day.
Yeah,
I,
you start
you know, I don't know
becoming,
if I want that, but you know.
you'll at least become an influencer.
Good morning, Commissioners, and good morning to everybody else. My name is Zane Bowick, and I'm an ACC AmeriCorps member serving at North Central. And really my point for coming here today was just to really kind of explain what that actually means, and so what I'm doing at North Central. AmeriCorps, for those who are not familiar, is a national service program focused on getting things done. That's the way I like to describe the program, and that comes from the pledge that all AmeriCorps members take, a pledge that I took on the steps of the United States Capitol with about 110 of my peers from around the country. And so AmeriCorps is a national, it's a federal agency. It's a federal agency, independent agency of the federal government that is dedicated to civic engagement and volunteerism. And the way that the agency primarily does that is by placing members at host sites across the country to do a year of service. And so I'm one of those service members who is now doing a year of service at North Central. And really the way that it's kind of focused on is placing someone at that host site to help increase the capacity of that host site to take action in the community. So that can be many different things. That can be education and kind of youth services, that can be conservation, that can be poverty alleviation, community development. Folks do all kinds of different types of work. Now my specific program is the American Connection Corps. The American Connection Corps is a program that got a grant from the AmeriCorps agency. And what I really like about the American Connection Corps is that it is a place-based service program. And so they have this start where you live mentality, and so they place people in the communities in which they live and serve. And so I'm very proud to be from the North Central region. I've lived my entire life in Elk County, and I continue to live in Elk County. So I'm from this region, and I'm very familiar with Clearfield County, with Du Bois and Clearfield. And so very proud to be able to, very excited to have a year of service, to be able to give back through this community. And so I'm at North Central Regional Planning and Development Commission, and what I will be doing during my year of service, so I'm here until August of 2025, and what I'm really doing is looking at the housing implementation, or the housing needs assessment that was conducted by North Central a couple years ago, and really looking at what are the ways that North Central can best support the housing stakeholders across our region to kind of begin moving the needle and taking action on the recommendations of that plan. And so really over the past few months, while I've been at North Central, I've been meeting with stakeholders across the 6-county region that North Central represents. Here in Clearfield County, I've met with Jody Brennan and Lisa Kvalik, met with the housing authorities, both county and Du Bois City, as well as the AAA, the Area Agency on Aging. So really meeting folks of all kinds of different housing stakeholders that look at it from different ways and see what work is currently being done, what work do they want to do, and where can North Central potentially help, and where can I potentially help in that. And so yeah, that's really just all I wanted to present, just a little bit about who I am, what I do. I have some flyers I can hand out at the end of the meeting here, just kind of a little bit more information about AmeriCorps, about the American Connection Corps. One of the other things I forgot to bring flyers about this, but right now DCED is doing a survey for the Governor's Housing Action Plan. You may have heard information about this, but really the Governor's looking at doing a 10-year housing action plan across the Commonwealth here. But what we're really at North Central encouraging folks in our region to fill out to ensure that our region's needs, unique priorities are heard in that. And I just got an email today that the deadline for that is this Friday. So if you want to get your opinion heard, please fill out that survey. It's on DCED's website. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. But thank you very much for giving me the time.
I did fill out that survey, and I mean, there's a lot to it, but I think it's going to be very good data for them. So if I'm not mistaken, and I'm obviously on the North Central board, and I was, we were involved in your hiring, and my understanding is that you're doing very well. So But you worked for Elk County as an intern before that, am I correct?
Correct, yeah, so I was an intern in the Elk County Commissioner's Office before this, and while I was there, I worked with the planning department a lot on the joint comprehensive plan for Clearfield and Elk County.
Which, yeah,
That's
so,
very
Well,
important.
no, and thank you for your input on that. Thank you for coming to introduce yourself. We look
Certainly.
forward to working with you throughout the 2025.
Hayden, what's your background? And I assume you have a college degree?
Yeah, so I just graduated college back in April of 2024, and I have from Chatham University. It's a small college down in Pittsburgh. So I have a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and History.
Mhm. Very good.
No, thank you. And housing is, of course, an issue throughout rural Pennsylvania, affecting the north central region. That's going to be a big issue coming up as we move forward. And thank you for your input and the time you're putting into this.
Yeah, well, thank you very much.
appreciate you coming down.
Yeah, of
thank
course.
And for our solicitors
I
report,
have nothing additional this morning.
we have nothing.
Nothing.
And thank you for nothing additional. Anything else for the good of the order?
Just one thing, Mr. Chair, and I think Aiden talking about housing is a nice intro to this. Our great planner, Jody Brennan, did just, she's hearing some noise, I'm going to say, but she's getting concerned because she's getting indications that Department of Environmental Protection, Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection may not be in the future approving on-lot sewage for construction being done on ground that was previously disturbed by mining activity. Well, in places like Clearfield County, that's probably 30% of the ground on which people are looking to build homes. Obviously, our chair has already spoken to Representative Kephart about our concerns about the same, but what I'm asking people to do, and I'm sure my colleagues agree with me, is please, if you are concerned about this, and I think we need to be, to please contact our state elected officials and to contact DEP and find out what on earth is going on, because that certainly could be a great inhibitor of any development in Clearfield County, Cambria County, I would think of, and some other folks that were subject to all the mining that has gone on historically in this part of Pennsylvania.
And thank you, Commissioner Sobel. This is, and we once again have to give major thanks to Jody Brennan, who pointed this out to us. This was a proposed change in DEP regulations going forward that was buried, I believe, on page 26 of their proposed amendments, and could greatly affect rural Pennsylvania, not just Clearfield and central. And it was some vague wording as to what may or may not constitute previously disturbed land. So this is something to keep on the radar, be aware of, and definitely an issue for our two state House members, Mr. Kephart and Mr. Armanini from our area. So thank you, John, for bringing that up.
Sure. That's it. Thank you.
Anyone else? I see we have Mr. McClure with us. Anything today, Dave?
No, just something for Heather and you guys after.
Okay. Seeing nothing else, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all very much.